G'day, guys. Well, guess what? You can see this.
Looking sharp, Dobbo.
Looking sharp, all right. Because
And what
you know
about your
what?
lunchbox that you brought in as well?
Mate, that's got a couple of little frothies, coffee over there. You know what you have to do? You need to punt with Ladbrokes to get more out of your footy multis. Now, I can only give you so much. So you go onto the Ladbrokes app, you make quick, smart picks with stats and insights from the last 5 games. It's all there on the Ladbrokes app. If you go looking, as you can see, a very, very easy thing to do at Ladbrokes. You track your multis in real time. It's all within the app. Jump on the Ladbrokes app today. I got to tell you, when I got on there, I was like, okay, how do you navigate this? And, you know, I'm not that bright with things, but it's so easy. It's so easy. So get on the Ladbrokes app today, punt with Ladbrokes, and get more out of your footy multis. You might even get yourself some good gear. G'day and welcome to Inside Ball. Normally on a Wednesday we have a special guest, or we've got an even special guest. We've got the coach of the Kangaroos.
Right. I got my kangaroo shirt on today.
Hello, Kev.
You're interviewing me today.
I'm interviewing you, mate.
Right.
Yeah, you've been...
Hang on. Let's just flush out the grand final. What's been the talk with the Broncos and all their fans? What about that fan day?
Unbelievable fan day.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go.
Hang on. You're a fan of the Broncos.
Yes, I am.
And you didn't
So
go.
are you. I'm a member.
Yeah, well,
I'm a member of the Broncos. You were making some announcements.
Yeah. So I had to go. What's the feedback on all...
Look,
has anyone been misbehaving?
Well, have a look at the social. Okay. There's a lot there. One, fan day is unbelievable. 10,000 people, phenomenal. 2, what is it with players not having showers after games and staying in their gear?
No, they would have had showers. And
mate, Payne still had his strapping tape on yesterday on the thing. He was still in his kit.
I saw some vision of them coming through the airport.
Mate, they were still in their kit.
That was chaos.
Yeah, I mean... You remember that kind
I
of
remember
stuff.
that. But
Yeah.
it's obviously a lot bigger now than back in my day. But there were a lot of people for us, but it seemed to be maybe a few more.
It's crazy.
The planet's more populated now too.
Tomorrow night they have their presentation night now. Before we get into the Kangaroos, who wins? Do you think Payne Haas wins Paul Morgan medal again?
Oh, you've got to go Reece Walsh.
You think reset? Over the season?
Yes. His last 8 weeks, mate.
Yeah.
And then there were games there... where he...
Who's Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year.
Ben Tolte? It can't be Gammett. He's not a rookie.
No. I got it. Yeah, Ben Tolte.
Ben
what about
Tolte.
Josiah Karapani? He played...
Well, he played last year. He played
Not
under...
many.
Yeah.
Not many
well, he
last
might be. I think Billy Walters gets 4 ex-players player, the difference. Just putting it out there.
They all had good...
Mate, it'd be interesting. Yeah, that's tomorrow night.
Xavier Wilson was...
good when he came back after injury.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Good to see...
a lot of people reached out. A lot of people told me they reached out to you, mate.
I got a lot of texts.
Yeah, a lot of players reached out. Now, I know you don't have to give it away personally, but I've spoken to players that said they reached out to you. A lot of people reached out to you on the grand final night and afterwards just to tell you that they loved you and that you're a big part of it.
Yeah. Well, that was Broncos footy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's the Broncos of the 90s, the way they played. And that's what I get satisfied with.
I don't like the criticism towards Buzz Rothfield and what he reported around how Madge had to do a shift. Like, I can tell you categorically that senior players and coaching staff spoke to Madge and he had to change at the halfway mark.
Well, clearly it wasn't working.
Well, and he changed his way and he let the assistants coach a bit more. Mate, well done. He's won a premiership as head coach, but Buzz has been saying it, and people keep on attacking Buzz and Gordy, saying, that there's sour grapes. There's no sour grapes. What they are saying is actual, that's fact. That's the facts. And
it was a premiership roster. It's
a premiership roster that you brought in there along with Simon Scanlon. Did a great job. And well done. They've won a comp. They might go back to back. I just don't like that part of it all. I'm a bit like, poor old Buzz is getting hammered at the moment, and what he's saying is actually correct, and he should be standing up and saying that thing. So
he's a big boy, Buzz. He'll handle it all right.
Yeah, he's handling it all right. All right, let's get on to the Kangaroos.
Yeah.
You named a 24-man squad.
Yeah.
that was a smoky because you were always going to name 22, and then lo and behold, I get just 24. What happened?
Well, I spoke to some of these selectors and also Peter Volandis and saying, well, this is a 3-match tour. And given the way the game is played now, with the HIAs, right, suspensions, you're easily suspended these days, and touring. I just felt that like 22 players wasn't enough to cover.
Yeah.
And the other one is, our preparation. We need.
You have to do some semi-opposed work. So 13 on 13 is 26, so you're still too short.
Well,
but you
probably need at least 28, 30.
Will you bring some Super League players in to help?
Yeah, well, in London, we're going to bring some of the London Broncos players in to assist.
Yep.
But, having a strong opposition we're training against.
Are you doing any semi-opposed against France? Did I hear a little birdie tell me that?
Yeah, that's just to start the campaign, and that's to assist the French side. I've got a relationship with their coach. He was the assistant coach when I was a coach over there at the Catalans. So Laurent Freycinet, and so
What's his name?
Laurent Freycinet.
Can you say it in French?
No, I can't.
Laurent Freycinet.
Je m'appelle Kevie. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll be mixing in with those guys. It'll be a good learning experience for them and also us.
Okay,
so that'll be a bit of training on the Saturday, Sunday, but later in the week, it will be our 2 major training sessions into the first test, and we need obviously 13 on 13. So we'll get a lot. We've got 24 players plus some assistance from hopefully the London Broncos who will assist us with our prep, and that's the important part.
Got to win game one. Got to win game one.
Yeah,
mate. You named a strong squad.
Very strong
squad. I
think a lot of people were surprised, Dobbo, at the strength.
Well, I was surprised at Gamet. I thought Bradman Best was going to get there, but what was the theory within the 4 walls when you guys met on Monday at 9 a.m. to go through?
Well, it was, and had been spoken about, so it's not like he's
he's not a
from
bolter.
the back, because he did play Origin. He played in Origin 3.
Yeah,
and had a really strong performance there, which wrapped the series up for Queensland, so he's part of a winning State of Origin team. And then post that, he's as the Broncos, as their rise came, he rose with them. And in the grand final, he was outstanding. Picked up 2 tries. He's got a good relationship with a couple of the other Broncos players, Reece Walsh, Pat Carrigan, Tony Staggs is the other centre. So his combination with Reece Walsh was part of it as well.
Yeah. So that back,
when you select the side, Dobbo, it's you take into consideration 2 or 3 things. It's who's in the current Australian side from last year, right? That was important, and unfortunately, a couple of guys have been left out. Matt Burton was one, and Reece Robson was the other.
Yeah,
2.
Well, you had to take Brayley,
and
Brayley was hooker
and
of the year.
Bradman Best.
Yeah.
Right, they're the 3 that were in part of the Pacificus Championship winning team last year squad. But unfortunately, and I mentioned this, to the players, we just couldn't ignore
Gamet
Shibasaki through Origin and then into the final series. And unfortunately for Bradman, that's what happened, right?
Yeah,
Ethan Strange, he jumped out of the ground all year, right? And
you've taken 5 halves.
The third one is what's the most important position on the field?
Well, I think it's a front rower.
It is.
No, but I know what you're saying. The halves, yeah. You've taken
Moses,
Munster, Dearden, Cleary, and
Ethan Strange is a utility. We're looking at him as utility, right?
Right.
He can plug a hole wherever, and obviously he's a very good 5'8" as well. But so I think it provides good depth for us, right? And also training against these guys. You need to train well, otherwise. Australia, the team that they're training against, the standards, mate, need to be high. So that's part of the reason. So if we can get a high standard of training and very competitive, that will put us in a good position to win the games. Right. So that's the idea for 24. And Ethan was hard to ignore. Had he been playing in that semi-final, maybe the Raiders win. In the knockout semi that the Raiders went down in. So.
Did you ring all the players? How does that work?
I just ring the ones that are new to the team.
Oh, so you rang the debutants?
Yeah. They're all excited, mate. Really excited.
Did you ring Reece?
I rang Reece.
How was he?
He sounded like he had a bit on board.
Did he? What did he say?
And Shibasaki and Tony Staggs.
What were they? I
did ring Tony. I rang Paddy Carrigan yesterday afternoon. He's fine.
Yeah.
They're all good. They're looking
but how did that? Can you just give us some insight into? You had to ring Reece yesterday.
You reckon Reece Walsh thought I was going to ring him? Seriously.
Yeah, of course you did.
And
what did he say?
He just said, "Yeah, I thought you'd be ringing, mate."
Is that what he said?
No, he didn't. I'm only joking. I won't throw you under the bus, Reese. No, he was just so excited, mate. You know, obviously his first time.
What do you say?
To be selected.
Pack your ports.
Well, I just said, mate, you've been selected in the Kangaroo squad, and he just went, you know, like all of them do that.
Yeah.
Same with Gammett. He was the same.
What was Gammett like?
Well, he was the same, mate. I can't believe this, Kevie. I just can't believe it. Thank you, mate. Thank you. I said, mate, thank yourself and the Broncos for the season that you've had.
Yeah.
He's come from a train and trial.
Unbelievable.
Into the Origin side.
Our mate Nugget
into
Nolan.
a premiership, into a Kangaroo tour.
Unbelievable. Our mate Nugget Nolan always says you've got to have a few cheapies to win a comp.
Well, he's not cheap anymore.
No, I said Nugget. Those days of Gammett being a cheapie.
Well, he's a world-class centre.
Mate, he's a Kangaroo centre.
He's a world-class
So
centre.
you spoke to Katoni. Just give us some insight into that. Like, I love that.
Yeah,
And
well, Katoni, he was always going to play for Australia, I reckon. But he's got some heritage.
Yeah, so did he ring you last week? Because that's when they had to put the
there was a
forms in.
deadline.
Yeah.
And I rang him and I said, mate, deadline's coming. He said, you know where I'll be playing. That's all he said.
Is that all he said?
That's all he said, yeah.
I love that. Well, that's... Mate, you walked all of them because you did leak that, not leak it, you said there's another one coming.
Well, I said that, and I was confident
you were going to get
him. Because, mate, you know, he's got some unfinished business too.
Yeah.
You know, he was part of that team that lost 30 whatever against the Kiwis, and Tino is as well. Tino Fast, and that's what, you know, so they've got unfinished business, and that's what my job and the other coaches and the staff is to get the best out of these blokes, you know, to get our best performance.
Jacob Preston and Strange when you rang them because they're and Brayley, you would have rung Brayley, but I'd love to know Jacob Preston. You probably don't have a relationship with him.
No, but look, I like the way he goes about his footy. To me, he's a good character. He seems to be a very strong character and really team orientated. You know, that's the information that I got feedback from some of the people that I spoke to at the Bulldogs.
So when they see your number, they
don't know my number. See,
so
they don't know my number.
So you ring Jacob Preston. He didn't answer.
He answered. He answered.
And what did you say? Hey mate,
he said, "G'day, Kevin." I thought, how does he know? You know, and he must have had my number punched in somewhere from something or got it off someone. So he was excited too. Yeah. I said, if you need any information, he was. I don't need any information. I'm ready to go, Kev.
Is that right?
Where we got to be? What time we going? You know,
how good
the excitement in their voices.
Oh my God!
Something that's
Marky Mark. He's a dual international now.
Marky Mark. Was so excited as well. Yeah.
Well, you rang him. You went Mark, and you go, how does it? Mark? I'd nearly say, did you go? Hey, Mark. No one need to ask.
I did. I said, mate, because I've been practicing your name all year on Fox to get it right. If I had the opportunity to ring you, at the end of the he just laughed. And, you know, he's so excited as well. All this talk around
R360.
Rugby. You know, I thought Peter Volandis did a great job of it yesterday.
Oh, didn't he?
Just shut it down.
He shut it down the day before as well. I don't know if it's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go down that road yet. I'm going to talk to you about it.
And Blake Brayley was the other one.
What was he
just
like?
so excited. You know, he said, I was hoping that you get the call, and this is so good. I'm so excited. You know, and. So that's one of the joys of the job, you know.
Kev, that's the stuff that we don't get to hear, and like I could only imagine that would bring enormous joy to you making those phone calls.
Yeah, and I text them when a couple of them didn't pick up because they didn't know the number, you know. So I text them, so I'd say, it's Kevie Walters here. Can you give us a call back? Boom, straight away. Bang. Because most of those players don't answer numbers that they don't recognise.
Sure.
You know? And so that was a nice part of the day yesterday. The sad bit was having to tell those players that they
missed out.
Yeah, that they've missed out. And because of the way it all unfolded with the selection meeting and then straight away into the press conference, it didn't allow me enough time
to ring everybody.
For a couple of them, I rang Reece Robson and he said, "Yeah, I get it, mate. I understand." Players generally, they're pretty honest. You know, a lot of people say...
Well, Robson was a very good hooker for Origin, but Brayley's back half was unbelievable.
And he's been playing through the finals. So, you know, obviously, without speaking out of school, not playing finals has hurt Bradman Best and Reece Robson.
Yeah.
It's hurt
just
them.
Just has. Bradman Best goes on the Prime Minister's 13.
Yeah.
That's great.
And I should say that Matt Burton and both Bradman Best, they're both shadow players for if anything happens. So you've got to name a couple.
Sure.
They'll be in that position. So it's not like they're totally forgotten. And Bradman Best, I like what he. It was a tough call between. Yeah. And the same with Matt Burton and Ethan. You know.
Yeah. You got to take Strange. You got to take him.
Yeah.
Okay, Kev. I'm going to give you a concern. Now, I don't know whether or not you're going to go Edwards or Walsh, but it'll be one of those two. But I do know Cleary and Munster in the halves and Harry Grant your 9. Just, that would be...
Yep.
All of them want the ball. All of them...
Well, they all can't
and they can't have the ball.
No,
and we've talked about this before, and as you said, some of the great sides, Kangaroos sides, that have been trounced with players... when you have...
Just thrown together.
Yeah.
No
Langer,
combinations.
Daly,
Well,
Mullins.
Alfie and Laurie Daly...
Yeah.
They
Never
just
worked.
didn't combine,
Didn't
right?
work.
So, but Ricky and Laurie Daly did,
Yeah.
right? And Alfie and I did. So...
how do you get your Australian side? Now, I don't know what you fullback. For me, unfortunately, Dylan Edwards has been. I'd be going with Walsh just on form. But regardless of that, you've got 4. Your spine all want the ball. All of them want the ball, and they're in their environments the best with the ball.
Yeah.
So, how do you glue that together?
Well, we'll sit down a lot into game one.
Yeah.
And work out, first of all, we've got to sort our fullback's not cut and dried yet. Obviously Reece Walsh has had a great final series, but you also need to be respectful of Dylan Edwards and what
he's
they're
done.
2 Clive Churchill medalists.
Unbelievable.
So either way, whichever way we go, we're going to have a win with our fullback. When you think that James Tedesco pulled out as well, that's
crazy.
It's crazy the depth in the fullback position.
I agree.
I
agree.
Even, I thought Ryan Paps was maybe a little bit off the other night, but he's obviously a very good fullback.
So
many.
How do you give Harry Grant enough rooms that he can take the ball?
Well, you've got
to give a running half in Cleary.
It starts with Harry, and I think the Storm let themselves down a bit by Harry not running enough. And I've said this a lot, and I used to say it to Cameron Smith a lot, because they're such unselfish people. They generally tend to feed the ball to everybody else and don't concern themselves with their own game. And but when Harry Grant's out of dummy half and playing the way that he can, your football side straight away becomes very dangerous.
Sure.
So it starts with him, all right, and then you got obviously Cleary, you got Munster, you got Tommy Dearden there in the halves, Mitchell Moses as well. Like he's a fantastic player as well. So we got some decisions to make around that and the fullback role. So, I'm going
to pick a side, and just you can tell me if I'm close.
Well, you sent teams to Koh Samui, and you were pretty good with it too.
Mate, everybody I said was going to Koh Samui's going. Hey, Storm.
No, don't go to. They're going to Koh Samui. We don't need all of them going to Koh Samui.
Tino, Harry, Lindsay Smith. This is just rough. Crichton, Hudson Young, Isaiah Yeo. I'm close. This is me, and that side picks itself. I mean, then you go Cleary, Munster. Your wingers are Lomax and Coates. Your centres, I think, are Gemmett and Staggs, and your fullbacks Reece for me. Right, that's me. But Dylan Edwards could be there. Your bench, Tommy Dearden's your utility there, and then you've got Carrigan. You've got Lindsay Collins maybe, and Keon.
Reuben Cotter.
Keon. Or Jacob Preston. You've got some. Am I close on that?
Well, you got some good. Well, there's many different options. Don't try and get it out of me, Dobbo. Look at you trying to relax me.
But your halves are McCleary and Munster.
Well, they would be.
Your wingers are Coates and Lomax.
Yeah.
Your fullbacks, Walshy.
No.
Oh, God, I nearly got there. You nearly got
me because my phone's ringing. I'm just checking who it is. All right, anyway.
Okay.
So
what's got to happen in the next week? You go away. I'm not even going. We're not going to attack the Prime Minister's 13. I know you're going up there to coach.
No, well, that's important for the game as well.
Well, it is important for the development. I know Trey Fuller. I get it. I get that.
There's some good young players in.
You got Jai Gray. I get that. I get all that.
Keon's going up there. Ethan Strange is going.
Yeah.
Bradman Best is going.
I get it.
Right.
But what has to happen for the Kangaroos? So what happens next week?
Right. So they'll get their week out of the way. The Storm fellas and the Broncos. They're probably. I don't know.
They're still on the drink.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll stop after tomorrow.
Righto.
They've got their presentation night. That'll stop.
Righto. Yes. That's what normally happens. So Tuesday we'll assemble in Sydney.
Yeah.
And they'll get all their fittings, and you got your boots man in.
Yeah. Ariat boots.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're in for the Kangaroos. So good job there, lads. All the fittings and all that, and then we'll go out for dinner on Tuesday night, and we're flying out of Sydney at 6 a.m.
on Wednesday morning.
Now, the RFL, in their kindness, have given us the worst flight possible to be flying to England if you're a sports team.
Right. that's good.
Couldn't have been worse.
Okay,
And
that's good.
we have hired, without giving away too much information, a sleep specialist who specialises in overseas travel and sporting teams and making sure that they get the best available preparation
To get them right. So that you'll get on the time zone quick to try and get their bodies right.
Well, that's the idea, and you got to adjust quickly.
Is that on the plane that they start that? Like
yeah,
they'll be told,
well, before
right.
we go,
Yeah,
we'll
right.
start, right? So, you know, like little things like sleeping tablets and trying to adjust to arriving. So we arrive in London at 8:15 at night.
So you want them awake for a fair... Like
Well, we don't want them going to sleep at 8 o'clock. They'll be awake at 4 a.m. in the morning, you know. So 8 o'clock at night there is... it's basically 24 hours.
Yeah. Why would rugby league? Why would they do this?
Well,
What's that about?
We don't need to get stuck into it too much.
I do. I want to get stuck in it.
No, well, anyway. They're good flights. They're flying. The players are flying business class, so there's no complaints.
What about you?
Dobbo. They managed to find me a seat up the front end of the plane, Dobbo.
Yeah. Well, first
I've got to tell Gordy yet where he's sitting.
Is Gordy in first class as well?
No, not in first class.
You're in
just
business.
right? But
Yeah.
Gordy's.
Tell me.
There wasn't
Tell
a
me
seat
he's up
big
the
enough.
back. Tell me he's up the back.
I'm going to put him at right at
Near
the back
the
of the
toilets
plane.
in the corner.
Well, you know what's funny? It's funny because
That's the best seat. I'll sleep there.
I flew over with the Kangaroos in 1990,
Yeah.
and we were economy. We weren't even premium. We sat at the back of the plane, honestly.
Yuck.
And now it's great that the game's gone. These blokes are. You'd imagine Blocker Roach and Ciro and
So who you flying with Qantas?
it's Qantas linked, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But
So.
you had one of those.
Geez, we just look at your status credits going. Up she goes.
Well, not for that.
Up she
But look,
goes.
it's
Anyway,
very
okay.
important we get that part of the.
Yeah,
of the,
I
of the
like
trip
that.
right.
I do like you doing that.
Yeah, right. So that's
So
gonna,
when you got there, Willie Peters, he's been over there.
Willie's there.
Has he- so what's
they're
it-
playing in the grand final this weekend.
Yeah, I know. So
Right.
he gets out and then he starts focusing. He'd have a fairly. Have you been talking to him about what that side looks like?
Yeah, his role will be to give us the intel, and I've been watching, but also the intel.
Do you know what that English side looks
I
like?
don't know what it looks like. No, we haven't heard. He announced a squad mid-season, which I know most of the players anyway, but yeah, we'll know more, I guess. Well, our side's been announced. Their side will be announced, their squad, after their grand final, which is this Saturday night, or Sunday morning our time, you know. So once we get that, we can start doing some digging and information on them. But, you know, the way I mean, it's nice to understand your opposition, but it's also really important that we get our focus on our Kangaroos. We've got to get them right and get them firing, which I'm very confident we can do.
Oh, I'm sure you can do it.
Right.
I'm sure you can do it.
And so we arrive on the Wednesday night over there,
Yep.
and then we start our prep basically the next day.
You got 10 days.
We'll get them
10
moving.
days, yeah.
We are going to do some stuff with the French
Semi-opposed on that
Yep.
weekend, the weekend
on
before.
the weekend, and then Monday is the big day we start.
When do you have a bit of fun?
Bit of fun? Well,
No, look, I know you would have some stuff. One thing you and Gordy will be able to do is work hard.
Well, there's a
play.
time
You're not
for
going to
that.
be on the drink. I'm not
No,
talking about the
no.
drink, but will you go and do some
I think-
touristy things?
Oh,
or
certainly,
no?
Dobbo.
Yeah.
Enjoy London's a great city. I love
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
You've obviously been there a few
No,
times.
I've never been there.
You've never been to London?
Haven't been to Europe, mate.
Why are you not coming to Wembley? You want to go and watch that NFL?
Yeah.
There's an NFL game.
It was there last week, the Browns. They got beaten.
Oh, no. Well, there's another
play
one.
the Tottenham Hotspurs.
There's another one in a couple of weeks at
Are they?
Wembley,
Are
yeah.
you going?
I think we've got some tickets for the players, yeah, to
good.
go and see that on the Sunday. Right?
Can I just ask you this, and I mean this genuinely? Like, what do you do with them to bond? How do you get these blokes?
Well, it's quite easy, Dobbo. When you're away like that, you're training, you're eating, you're sleeping.
Yeah.
All of it's together.
Yeah.
All of it's together. So that's the beauty.
And a few of them would have known.
That's the advantage
A few
of-
of them know each other, but there's going to be some new blokes in there. Like
Yeah.
Brayley doesn't know a lot of those blokes.
Well, no, that mate. Footy teams come together, and
Yeah.
if they don't, I'll be observing that. That's one of the key roles as a coach and as a staff member is observing the coming together. And if it's not coming together, well, then you make some changes and make sure they're coming together. There's little things that you can do around the team environment to bring people together.
Gordy's your social director.
Gordy's head of social activities and culture.
Yeah, well, he'll do a
Gordy-
good job. He'll do an
He'll
unbelievable
do a
job.
great job.
Oh, mate.
Their ears will get talked off.
Mate, a guy, do not cross him. Hey, Kev, We're really excited. But for you personally,
Oh, Dobbo, I'm just so excited to get back into the coaching.
Yeah,
you know?
It's been 12 months.
And this is not just back coach. This is coaching the Australian team, Dobbo.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Now, fortunate or unfortunate, I lost my job, you know, at the Broncos. But if I'd still been at the Broncos,
you wouldn't be doing this.
Sure, would have won a premiership, but I wouldn't be doing this, you know. And I'm so
Start
grateful.
of something new, and it's also
Grateful for the opportunity, Dobbo, to coach our elite players.
Go and win it 3-0. We're very happy with the side.
Yep.
It's a very, very
so
good
we're going to
side.
be doing a couple. We're going to be doing.
You're going to be coming back here with a link.
Yep.
We'll be doing that every week. We will announce our co-host while.
Well, yeah, I think you should rotate it around.
We've got one person in mind.
Right.
Anyway, just watch. just watch.
And what's happening with the pot this week? Have we got something going?
No pot this week. We'll do it for an Aussie game.
What about the big races on this weekend?
Well, okay, we might talk about it. We can share a few bets in the mates mode, but mate, everybody who's been with our pot has been getting returns.
The pot smashed. Got you smashed.
We had a very good week last weekend.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
they all got paid.
Because I can't be part of that, obviously.
No, but they got their money back.
Right.
So you know what? That's why they call me the Rainmaker.
Right.
Hey, go and enjoy your week. Inside Ball, we are alive and well. Kangaroos coach Kevin Walters as we count down to an Ashes tour. We love it. Talk to you shortly.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website